We're taking a first look into the new IPVT10. It's our enterprise video conferencing server. It is our newest device here, Grandstream Networks. We're pretty excited about it. Have a lot of stuff to cover in this presentation. So let's go ahead and just get going with it. So Grandstream in general, if you're kind of new to us, we're a huge company, founded in 2002, over 600 employees. We have a massive product portfolio that only keeps growing, covering everything from business conferencing, IP phones, gateways, ATAs, networking devices, surveillance, our award-winning IPVXs, and much more. We primarily serve the small to medium-sized businesses and consumer markets. However, this is definitely changing. For example, with the release of this new product, IPVT10, focusing towards larger businesses and enterprise markets. We really have some offices all over the world here, from Boston, Shenzhen, Casablanca, Venezuela, Netherlands, Malaysia, and so on. Award-winning history, year after year, we keep getting the pleasure of getting nominated and getting awarded just different kind of honorable mentions and awards here. Everything from our Internet Telephony Awards to our Frost & Sullivan Award. WebRTC World gave IP Video Talk the Product of the Year, and so much more. ITSPA Awards 2018 for our best product for the 1760W, and the list goes on. We're definitely always really proud to get these awards and just get anything nominated, so we always kind of want to show that off just a little bit. So really, when it comes to Grandstream, we always say, it's about that Grandstream solution. It's an all-in-one package, from our IP telephony, the conferencing, networking products, and our security line, and all these things integrating together. But today we're talking about business conferencing. So everything from our conferencing solutions sort of brings the functionalities and benefits, flexibility and power, of your typical conferencing devices into really for businesses of all size. We really just try and pack these with plenty of features, plenty of capabilities to really modernize any organization's communications. But today we're going to be talking about the newest addition to this line, the IPVT10 Enterprise Video Conferencing Server. Let's just kind of talk about it for a second. This is one of the newer, kind of more unique products we've made, newer additions to our portfolio here. So what is IPVT10? It's a powerful on-premise video conferencing server. So this device is a server that is located on-premise for any type of enterprise, larger business type of network. So really, like I said, we tailored this for enterprise-size networks. So the ideal sort of deployment for this is very large, dense deployments of many people, many different departments, where collaboration is really key. It's an important thing here, and definitely an issue. It's a problem having that many people. You really need to have powerful collaboration tools. That's where IPVT10 comes in. Like I said, and was kind of hinting at here, it's a building block for effective enterprise communication. Really provides this sort of anchor that people can be able to collaborate and work together with. Provides rapid peer-to-peer, team, and department communications, just whether it be just one-on-one to multiple teams working together, multiple departments working together, or even an entire company. This is definitely a go-to device and a go-to solution. So some key features of IPVT10, sort of has that comprehensive webinar and meeting management into the device. Personal conference rooms, meeting stats, and reports can all be launched by anyone within an enterprise that can then be joined by anyone within or out of the network, and I'll go into how people can join and participate in a second. It has an enterprise directory that connects completely with any type of contact system you're working with. Has support for chat, Q&A, recording. High availability and load balancing is a feature that's pending, should be coming out with the next release. Of course, it has Facebook and YouTube Live integration as well, in case any type of meetings or webinars or town hall style presentations, can be important to be sent out, whether it be to customers, clients on social media, or possibly even shareholders. So just taking a brief look at the technical specs here. So basically you can have up to 10 video conferencing rooms at any time. That's up to. Maximum of 120 1080p 30 FPS video feeds across all those conference rooms at any one time. So really allowing for a lot of people to work together here and to share a lot of information. H.264 and VPA is supported with H.265, that's pending. 3 megabytes per second main video stream, and 1 megabit per second for presentations. There's multiple options for individuals to join for group collaboration. We'll get into it in a second. There are a lot of different ways someone can join one of these meetings. The most common one most likely being an individual joining from either their desktop, their laptop via WebRTC enabled browser. So we have up to 10,000 registered accounts within the device. So within any type of enterprise, up to 10,000 people, and network jitter resilience of up to 30% packet loss to really maintain that maximum quality possible. Just taking a quick look at the hardware here for those who are interested in it. It's a standard industrial 2U chassis, 1 terabyte of RAID 1 storage, but 500 gigabits of that are reserved for users. So we're talking about recordings here, primarily contacts and other type of memory usage. 2 gigabit ports, 1 IPMI port, 3 USB 2.0 and 3 USB 3.0 ports. These are primarily just used as additional storage for recordings. 1 VGA port and 1 RS-232 port. So just to give you guys a breakdown here of the MCU performance within the device. So like I said, you can go up to 10 meetings, and each of those meetings can have a maximum video feed of 120 across all of them. So we can also see as we go up, our total participants rise. With the number of meetings going up, obviously total participants within those meetings goes down. While only 1 meeting room is in use, you guys notice it'll say 300 and 200 there at the top. 1 network interface in use will limit the bandwidth to 200 participants in the meeting. However, if both network interfaces are in use, participants can join from internal or as a result of both network interfaces being used, an external network as well, allowing up to 300 participants total. So there's kind of a lot there. I'm just going to leave that for a second so people can take a look. So just so you guys know, that's total maximum participants as well. So when 10 meetings are in use, across all those meetings, there can be 120 participants. All right. So participating in an IPVT10 meeting. So the biggest one here, like I said, is WebRTC supported browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Opera, and Safari. Exactly the way you guys are participating in this meeting right now, pretty much the same exact thing, same capabilities. Only difference is it's an on-site solution, and that provides it to be a lot more reliable, no sort of network issues usually present, no pesky logging in, logging out, issues like that. We'll go into that in a little bit. You can also join via Grandstream, GVC, conferencing endpoints, presents, and have webinars via those. Third-party conferencing endpoints such as Polycom, Cisco, and Yealink, of course, are supported as well. So this can be really integrated into an existing solution to really empower it. Excuse me. IPVT10 mobile app as well, and that's available on iOS and Android. I believe I even saw a few people joined us for this webinar. You'd be able to join an IPVT10 meeting via that too. And peering with external SIP trunks are also is also supported for audio-only SIP endpoint participants. All right, I'm just going to take a sip of water here. 1 second. All right, so your meetings can be really highly customized here. From anything from planning, just kind of the main device that should be used, to present or give the webinar, to being the subject, our organizer, time zone, start time, duration, and etc. All available here. You can have everything from a meeting type of setup, which is everyone can join and collaborate and contribute, to a webinar, which is something like this, used for just pure presentation material. Setting anything from descriptions, agendas, the server's preferred location is always important to have. Everything from the different attendee controls, and of course you can also set up custom registration pages as well for the meeting or the webinar, so you can send out those invites. So when it comes to actual meeting management here, everyone, so first it goes from scheduling the meeting, starting the meeting mode we have. You can manage it by having those meeting records, email notifications, and statistics. So let's kind of pop back and forth between those to explain it. So I kind of gave the example there of scheduling the meeting and how you go ahead and do that, either using the IPVT10 portal, a GVC device, etc. Starting the meeting can either be done instantly via the IPVT portal, so the portal for IPVT10. A GVC can also start an instant meeting. Scheduled meetings can also be a way to start it, so like this one, a webinar type of thing. And of course, reoccurring meetings, or recurring apparently, as it says in that graphic, sorry about the typo, reoccurring meetings as well. Okay. So regular meetings as well when it comes to our meeting modes. Like I said, we have those sort of regular type of meetings, which is more your hosts and participants. Everyone can share their screens. They can sort of participate in the meeting. And basically, it's really meant for fluid collaboration between multiple contributors. A sort of webinar setup, and that's what we're doing right now. You can have a host, which is me, a panelist, which we have one of those, that's Phil in there, just sort of managing the meeting a little bit, but panelists can also contribute information if allowed by the host. And then, of course, all of you guys, the participants. You have limited capabilities. Point of this is more so for giving information in a sort of fluid and easy manner rather than collaboration. So moving along, meeting records, there's a lot here. So of course there's the meeting audio and video recording and file downloading. This is definitely really important to be able to give to people after a meeting's already occurred. Meeting report files are also available. The chat files can be downloaded and exported along with just all those attendees. And within all of this, there's up to 500 gigabits of local storage. So it's definitely a lot. You can keep a lot of information there. Then, of course, we do have all those other ports, the USB ports that you can download things directly to. Email notifications, primary thing here, especially for enterprise using this. The meeting invitation email is a big thing. Reminder emails are important just to make sure you can get everyone participating. A follow-up thank you email doesn't necessarily have to say thank you. It can be followed up and edited, customized, so that it has really useful follow-up information. Any type of presentation can be shared via any links there as well. And a meeting statistics email that can be then exported and sent to anyone. Speaking about statistics, we include everything from attendee information, meeting duration, the timeline, and a summary report of all the meetings, a history of all the meetings, just so you know how you are utilizing IPVT10. The enterprise can then know essentially, where they're using it, who's using it, and how they're maximizing the investment. It's always an important aspect of buying a piece of equipment like this. So just going into some of the meeting controls here as well, very chock full of stuff. You can have multiple hosts, designated speakers, and panelists. Live stream capabilities to Facebook and YouTube as well. Comprehensive participant control, everything from Q&A to muting themselves to sharing their own presentation if they're allowed to do it, to the chat, of course, chatting directly to panelists, the host, everyone else, all supported here. Video and audio permissions, like I said, can be completely manipulated and controlled by hosts, panelists. In the case of a meeting, like I said, people would be able to share that themselves, with the host being able to kind of control that if needed. Like I said, we have the Q&A, the chat, and of course the video layout settings as well. There's two different type of meeting layouts that anyone could have here. A type of tile layout, which is what you see on the left, where we can really see everyone who's participating, sharing, and communicating in this meeting. To an active speaker layout as well. So basically, whoever is actively speaking, we have an algorithm that then will prioritize their video and present it as the larger type of, the larger tile there, as you can see on the right. It's pretty good. It's very, very intuitive the way it just sort of works. It's not flashing back and forth between 5 different people. Works very seamlessly. All right. So this is just a quick little comparison chart of us versus some of what some of our competitors offer in different verticals as well with their sort of video conferencing servers. I'll leave this up here just for a second. I'm not going to bore you guys and go all the way through it. There's 2 slides of it. I'll leave this here for a second, and then I'll flash over to the next one. If you guys want to take pictures of it, you feel free to, but like I said, just remember I'm sending all these slides out afterwards, so you will have access to this. So I'll just give you guys a moment to take a look at this one, and then I'll pop over to the next. All right, let's go to the next slide here. Okay, like I said, I'm sending this presentation out afterwards, so I'm going to keep moving here. You know, if you need more time, you'll be able to take a look at it a little bit later today. Okay, so let's talk about product positioning when it comes to the actual device. So you guys, the right resellers, are looking to sell it, of course. So how should you talk about it? How should you position it? This is a powerful on-premise conferencing solution for intuitive and reliable enterprise collaboration. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been using the word enterprise and collaboration a lot throughout this presentation. That first point is really one of the main points I want to push here. This really allows a sort of enterprise or large business, any type of vertical that has a lot of employees and a lot of departments. If you've ever been in one yourself, you know, trying to organize and get a lot of people together for strategy and tactical meetings can be such a hassle. This is the solution to that. IPV10 is an on-premise solution that then enables everyone to come together for tactical and strategical meetings and really to work together seamlessly and intuitively. With it being on-premise, the other good point here is that there's no pesky login issues, dropped audios, delays, confusions that you know, a cloud option really can bring sometimes. It's really just simple, it's on-site, and it works. Really gives users the control of their communication as well by centralizing, streamlining the conference into one network. Essentially what that means is that everyone within the network is able to host meetings, bring people in, internal and external, use whatever use whatever video conferencing device they want to use to present, have reoccurring meetings, and really collaborate the way they need to. Then of course security is always an important thing, and we definitely with all of our products always aim to have top of the line security. There's no exception here when it comes to IPVT10. You know, just that information is very important, you know, to all of your customers, and, you know, therefore it is to us. So we do everything we can to keep all the communications locked tight, secured, and encrypted. All right. So deployment scenarios. I've been saying it a lot. Enterprises and large businesses. I'm like a broken, whatever it's called here, broken record. But that is the main focus here, everyone. Sort of those more fast-paced verticals with a need for intuitive and powerful collaboration. So research and development firms, logistics and transportation, warehousing, sales-driven firms. These are all the type of verticals you could maybe look at when you're doing your deployments who could really utilize something like this, an on-premise video conferencing server. Businesses with multiple locations as well really require that on-demand conferencing. If you have businesses with a lot of geographical different areas, having just the availability to conference together gives a huge advantage. You can really connect those internal employees and external customers. And I stated it before, but the multi-departmental organizations that require seamless integration, whether it be sales to logistics, marketing to sales, marketing to your engineers, accounting to sales, that's a very frequent one. That's definitely something we want to look in here, just those full companies and enterprises. So let's go into a little bit more nitty-gritty of the applications for a moment. So we're looking at sort of large multi-departmental meetings to decide and present new strategies. This is definitely a very common use case you would see. Like I said, sales, marketing, research and development departments, whether they are working together or just within their own department, having this type of on-premise solutions that they can easily all work together is really big, especially when it comes to people who are working within headquarters, and then with everyone who is regional, really helps bring everyone in together. Weekly company-wide prep meetings between key staff members. So looking at higher educations, government, and logistics, where you really do need to have those reoccurring meetings, sort of prep for the week, work on the strategy, and then execute. This really helps everyone stay productive throughout the entire week. Recurring strategy meetings, finance organizations, accounting and engineering, definitely a very important thing where you need to get updates pretty frequently, whether it be weekly, bi-weekly, what have you. Definitely sharing the information, working together is important, and this is a very common use case when it comes to this device. Portfolio presentation meetings with large clients and potential customers, definitely a very key and important use case here, whether you're sort of maybe a new distributor has been signed on to one of your customers, and they need to be able to present their portfolio to maybe 100 or 120 new salespeople who are within that distributor. That can definitely be used here for this device. All right. So the selling, demo, and licensing when it comes to this device works the same as everything else. You'll want to contact your distributor for more. If you are a reseller or installer, if you are a distributor, obviously you want to go ahead and contact your sales contact. But all IPVT10 units are sold at a fixed price with a demo-only license. The license includes a watermark on all videos, but essentially it is a 60-day trial period for the users to test maximum performance of the device. So you would be able to deploy this device into an enterprise and give them 60 days to try it out for free and make sure it's everything that they're looking for. After that 60-day period, it reverts back to just being a 4 video feed and 8 participants sort of device. Once the license expires, a new one will be needed. And then licensing is provided upon the final sale of the device. So to the customer, for more information on that, you'll want to contact your sales manager or your distributor. 3 licensing options are available for the customers: a 49-way MCU up to 100 attendees, 98 ways MCU and 200 attendees, or the final option, which is 120-way MCU and 300 attendees. I'm going to say it one more time. Contact your sales manager for a little bit more information, or your distributor there. They'll be able to help you out. Unfortunately, marketing, not sales, so I can't really give you guys information on margins or numbers or anything like that. So if you're asking the questions in the chat right now, I apologize. I'm not going to be able to answer that, but I can definitely get you in contact with someone if need be. All right, guys, so there was a lot there on this